Hi, my name is Aditya Rawat. In order to conduct this study, I have picked the geography KSA, which means Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. For answering the first question, who are our target customers, addressable market in Saudi Arabia? Our target customers includes government and public sector organizations, which include smart cities and NEOM, Vision 2020 digital infrastructure, then e-government programs like YESER and UPSER platforms, and ministries and agencies, which includes NCA, CITC, and MCIT compliant entities. Then it also includes large enterprises, regulated industries, which includes oil and gas. So some of the companies from oil and gas which we can target includes Saudi Aramco, then SABIC, then NEOM Energy Projects, then banking and finance. We can target Al Raji, then SAB, then Sama regulated banks, and in healthcare we can target Seha, Daman Medical, and AI driven hospitals. And we can also target SME and startups. That can also be our addressable market. So we can target tech startups, which includes funded Saudi venture capital, and then Saudi digital SMEs like e-commerce and logistics SaaS providers. And then we can also target IT service providers and system integrators, which includes local IT firms like Mohammed Infosystems and Neshama, and then cybersecurity providers such as Saudi Federation for Cybersecurity. And now talking about our competitors, so some of the biggest competitors we have in Saudi Arabia includes Temenos, which is a cloud payments service provider, then Saudi Payments Span, then Al Raji Banking Solutions, then Finistra, then ACI Worldwide, then FIS, then Volante Technologies, then Bottomline Technologies, then Infosys Finacle, and then Oracle Financial Services. So these are some of the biggest competitors from which we will face competition in Saudi Arabia market. Now, how Dixto can stand out? We can stand out in the competition by delivering end-to-end Swift and cloud solutions with hybrid deployment for Saudi compliance, then seamless ISO 222 migration aligned with SAMA and global payment standards, then localized Swift CSP compliance with Saudi data sovereignty, then fast by delivering faster cost effective implementation compared to global enterprise competitors. Then we can also focus on AI powered fraud detection and real time payment analytics. Then dedicated we can develop a dedicated regional support for Saudi banks with agile customization. And we can also focus on API driven open banking readiness for Saudi's digital transformation vision 2030. And then we can also get a competitive edge over our over giants like Telemos FIS with specialized Swift solutions or Swift innovations. So this is how Dixio can stand out. Not talking about 30 days action plan for market expansion in Saudi Arabia. So for the week 1 or 2, we must focus on research and relationship building. We must conduct a regulatory deep dive, align our procedures and process with SAMA and CMA requirements, and then Swift CSP data localization, and we have also have to appoint a local compliance advisor. Then we can must also focus on engaging with regulators and banks, which include securing introductory meetings with SAMA executives, Saudi payments, and then tier 1 and 2 banks like Al Raji and Riyadh banks. Then we must also focus on market gap analysis, which includes identifying the pain points like ISO 222 migration delays or cloud adoption barriers through competitive or competitor benchmarking. Then we must also focus on local partnerships like shortlisting finance, fintech enablers like STCP, pay and cloud providers like AWS, Saudi, or Alibaba or cloud. And then we must also focus on building brand awareness or kickoff, which includes launching Arabic and English LinkedIn campaigns and publish a Swift in KSA trend report. So then for week 3, we must focus on product localization and marketing, which includes finding out or deploying adapt solutions, customizing dashboards for Arabic user interface, and then integrating SAMA's FAHSS fraud standards and preparing ISO migration kits. Then we must also focus on localized collaterals like developing case studies or articles or webinars highlighting our success in GCC markets with Arabian subtitles or in Arabic language as well. We can have both English and Arabic versions of that. Then we must also focus on the virtual launch event, which includes hosting a webinar with SAMA speakers on cloud-based SWIFT compliance for Saudi banks. And we must also focus on targeted outreach, which includes running LinkedIn ads to target banking IT heads and sponsor FinTech Saudi newsletter feature. And then we must also focus on a pilot project pitch, which includes offering free Swift CSP audits to at least 3 to 5 mid-scale banks as a lead generation tool. And then for week 4 we must completely focus on building for on sorry on business development and partnerships. This includes high impact client meetings like demo with DXO prevailed fraud detection and Swift Go capabilities with the decision makers, key decision makers of the companies. And then second step should be signing MOUs. At least we must target 1 to 2 MOUs, which includes partnering with local cloud providers like SAP Saudi, or in terms of fintech we must target Talabooth Gateway. Then we must focus on regulatory sandbox, which includes applying for SAMA FinTech Sandbox to track compliance approvals. And then we must also build our presence on ground by leasing co-working spaces like Plug and Play in Daman, or hire a bilingual sales lead. And we must also announce traction by issuing a press release on our first Saudi pilot or partnership to build more credibility in the market. So that should be the 30 days plan for expansion into the Saudi Arabia market. Thank you very much.